Greetings, peace, and love. I am Sister Alexis of Divine Notary and Notary Wellness Mentor. One of my mentees wanted to know how they could balance work and being a business owner because they were missing jobs and it just hasn't been working out for them. So it's a question that I kind of get asked a lot, so I figure I would do a video about it. So one of the things, and I wrote some notes so I don't get off target. One of the things that I initially suggest is for you first and foremost to write out or type in your phone your schedule, your regular work schedule. Type it all out, write it out on a calendar so you can get a full spectrum of what you're working with. Okay? So if you, let's say you work from 9 to 5. You have an hour lunch break, don't you? Right? Okay? Take that portion and wherever you usually take your lunch, you're going to block that out for business. Okay? Then after that, you're going to decide from 5:30 or from 6 to 8 is when you can also take appointments. If you want to take later appointments for general notary work, you can. But for signing agent appointments from 6 to 8, that's your window. So you have your 9 to 5, you have your hour during your 9 to 5, which you can potentially take clients. Then you have from 6 to 8, Monday through Friday, where you can potentially take clients. Then you have Saturday and Sunday. Sunday is for general notary work. Saturday is possibly for signing agent work. We do get jobs on Saturdays. Sometimes not. It's not often though, but it does happen. Okay, so now you have your blocks there. What time are you going to work from Saturday if you can? What time you're going to work on Sunday if you can? Okay, so now you have a full spectrum of your business and your full-time job of where you can potentially take clients. So just be clear about that so when people call, you already know what your hours of operation can potentially be. And I always tell people that when you don't have an assistant, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but when you don't have an assistant and you have a smartphone, utilize it. It's like we have these smartphones and we don't even utilize it. Siri is my personal assistant, okay? I tell her what to do, and as long as I say it properly, she inputs it into my phone and it's done, okay? She listens very well. She's a good listener. What can I say? She's a little smart mouth, but she does listen. So now I have given the command to my personal assistant what needs to be done, and she does it. So she helps me to remember when I have appointments. Then I set up different systems that allow me to accept these appointments. So whether it's my Calendly link, whether it's, email alerts, notifications, so on and so forth, I have these systems put into place. Then I determine my job flexibility. I have no problem with leaving my job for an hour. No problem. When I was working full-time, no problem whatsoever. You might not have that type of job where you can do that. But maybe you can, and maybe you don't even realize that you can do that. You're not going to know until you ask. You can always take it out of your lunchtime the next day or the next day after. You don't have to tell, and I wouldn't advise you tell your employer why you're leaving. I wouldn't tell unless, you're super cool with that person. But then again, I still wouldn't say anything. I would just say, I need to leave for an hour. As long as you know it's not going to impact your job because that's how you eat, then go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Some jobs, they won't even take that long, an hour. Depending on how far it is from your business, it's not going to take that long. And you can go and come back and you still have time left. If you get an hour lunch, that is your opportunity to do business. So if someone calls you, great, I'd be happy to take you from, 1 to 2 o'clock. Is that okay with you? Or if a job comes through a text message and it says 3 o'clock, you could always counter reply and say not available at that time, but I'm available at this time. Sometimes they'll take it. You don't know until you ask. What else? So if you are deciding to utilize your lunch breaks for business, then you need to make sure that you have a trunk filled with snacks that are, non-perishable, or you have something at your job that you can go into the refrigerator for later, or you can eat it on your way to the appointment and then on the way back into the office. The other big thing you can consider is to get a partner. Get a partner. And you're like, where am I going to find a partner from? Go on to the notary directories, 123 Notary, Notary Rotary, your NNA, whatever. Go on to the directories, find individuals that are close to you, call them and say, hey, I was wondering, because I'm working a full-time job, I'm missing a lot of jobs, I would love to possibly build a partnership with you. You mind having coffee with me sometime next week? And go and meet them. Go and meet them, talk to them, how many jobs they perform, what they find to be their specialty, what they like to do, what they don't like to do, what they struggle with, what their strong points are. Just pretty much pick their brains. And then if you are on the notary platform apps, you can change your status from an individual to a business, so they can expect you or someone else within that business to show up to the appointments. You don't have to just, no for me is not an answer. Like, I feel defeated when I have to tell someone no. There are times and places where you have to say no, but for this is not one of those times. Just pick up the phone and call someone. If you don't want to call someone randomly, if you don't want to randomly trust someone to do this for you, then you're going to have to set up a meeting with them to see what their mind frame is like and draw out a contract if you want to. I'm working on being able to put like landing pages to specific links. Like if I want to give you a blank contract, then you can if you want to get a blank contract, you should be able to click on it on the link. And I'm just not there at that point, but that's something that I am striving to, so that you can expect. If you are one of my notary mentees, I will be happy to post that in our paid Notary Wellness Mentor Facebook group. I'd be happy to put in a blank contract for you in that group. And then if you do decide to get a partner, split the fee. It's not a big deal. Split the fee. You split the fee, either half, 60%, 60-40, 70-30, whatever you all feel comfortable with. You are just farming the jobs out. So it's you don't need to get half the money. They're doing most of the work unless you're printing the documents. If you're printing the documents, then you're saving them a lot of time. If you're going to ship the documents off, you're saving them a lot of time. So you decide what feels comfortable for you. If they can just show up to the job and drop off the paperwork to you, you report back to the company, you ship it, then you don't have to give them as much money. If that's something that you are focused on, then you can figure that part out between you and the other notary. And again, how do you find one? You can put an ad. If you are in my Notary Wellness Mentor paid Facebook group, then you can reach out to someone who's close to you. Just do a roll call. Who is in Richmond, Virginia? Who's in, Manhattan, New York? Whatever it is, you do a roll call to find out where notaries are. Just remember that you have to let things be and allow your dreams to come through. We have to remember to step out of our own way, because you are in your way. If you say, oh, I have a job, I don't understand how I'm going to do this. Like, you've just cut the universe off. You didn't give the universe any way to create openings for you if you already cut it off from the beginning. So allow your mind to be open to the endless possibilities of how this can work, not how it's not working. That doesn't help you. How it can work, and then allow and just wait for things to work out from there. Okay? If you found this video to be helpful in any way, please press the like button, share it, and make sure you subscribe. You can put a thumbs up in the comments or just anything. Just let me know that I'm on the right track. These are videos that you do want to hear and that it is providing some form of value. All right, y'all. Peace and love. See you on the next go round.